Um, hi, flight cache students and Ena. I'm already on my way. I'm sitting in an Airbus A380. I'm flying from Amsterdam to Dubai and from Dubai to Singapore. I will be there 2 days ahead of you. And there's a specific reason that I don't fly with you, although I would of course love to do that. For my graduation project at aerospace engineering, I really wanted to work on a tough problem. And not just doing tests at the lab and at new materials, for instance, but working on a real tough problem. At that time, the university, the faculty had developed a new material called aero. And they had a really tough problem with it. For the application in the fuselage of an airplane, so the skin of a fuselage of an airplane all around me, is basically, the material had fiber failure, so the fibers were failing, and they didn't know why. They had some theories, but they didn't know what it. And I worked on it for 2.5 years and came up with a solution. And now I'm sitting in an Airbus A380 with this new solution all around me. Glare, a new material with glass fiber instead of aramide or Kevlar fiber. And so let me take you outside, and then we're going to discuss what this is all about. What I want to tell you is that for my graduation project, so 30 years ago, I really had to work on a challenge that was given to me, and that was a challenge for the professors as well. Not just for, let's say, for students, but the professors also didn't have any answer for it. And here we stand for a fuselage of an airplane. Let me put this material there. This is basically what it is. This is the skin of an airplane, and this is very sensitive for fatigue. And in this department of aerospace engineering of TU Delft, they developed this new material, which is very insensitive for fatigue, because it is layered. It has aluminum layers, it has fiber layers, again aluminum, fiber, and aluminum. So it's a build-up of, let's say, 3 materials, and the fiber layers sort of bridge the fatigue crack. So if you have a little crack in here, then basically the fibers will bridge that gap and keep the material as it is. So what did I do? I spent 2.5 years researching fiber failure, because in the loading conditions of this particular situation of a fuselage, it basically, which is on the ground, there's no loading condition, then you go up to the cruising altitude, then it goes down again. So the loading is just 0 and then up to whatever load it is. And for that particular condition, the aramide fibers, or Kevlar, that's the name of DuPont, but aramide is the name of the material, they would break. And then it would be too expensive to use that material in the fuselage. So my assignment was to devise the fiber failure mechanism of this aramide fibers. So why were they breaking under these loading conditions? And it took me 2.5 years. 2.5 years. So basically what happened then is that I came up with a mechanism, and I also come up with an idea of what fiber to use, because the fiber was the problem. So I said to them, please use a different fiber with these properties. And that became glass. And glass became glare. So instead of aero, the same build-up is now glare. And glare is glass fiber reinforced aluminum laminate. And that is being in the Airbus A380 in the fuselage. Now you can imagine that I've never flown in an Airbus A380, that for this particular situation that we fly to Singapore, all of us, that I would really get this chance to sit in an Airbus A380 with this new material that I've been working on for 2.5 years during my graduation project. So that's the reason that I won't be flying with you, because you fly with Turkish Airlines and I fly with Emirates. And Emirates fly from Amsterdam to Dubai and from Dubai to Singapore. I will be there 1 day before you, so I will clean the city so that you have a clean entrance in Singapore. I will hope to see you there. Thank you. Have a great flight.